Testing 1, 2. Yeah, okay. Welcome back to Hangar 51. Very unofficial stream today, guys. Just going to talk about TV channels while I'm working on the Hurricane. So there is some RC content involved. Not a lot, but some. So who's going to say hello? Hello, I'll say hello. Hello, I see you're here. So quick update on the plane. This is the fuselage. All the panel line. Rich, what's up? How you doing, John? So all the panel lines are off. Smooth as glass. Got just a tiny bit more work to do on that, but not before I fly it. I'm getting ready for a test flight before I paint it. And if all goes well, then I'll start painting it, making it pretty. And here's the power source that's going in it. This is the V900 motor and speed control right here. Now I've got 2 options on the spinner. Well, 3. This is the aluminum spinner that comes on it. And then there's also a plastic spinner that they discontinued using, but I have one of those as well. And then the spinner that goes on it from Dynam could be going on it, because it might match up. Well, it'll definitely match up better, but I don't know if it's going to block too much of the propeller. So we'll test all of them and see. Oh, well, I can't use the Dynam one because that's a 3-bladed prop, so that won't work. So it's going to have to be one of these 2, unless I buy another spinner. But anyway, you see Furry's ready for testing too, Rich? Good. Yeah, I'm getting, this will be ready probably by Wednesday. I'll have this ready to fly. I'll probably take it out Wednesday and fly it. See how it does. Right now I'm spackling up the wings, covering up all the panel lines while I'm sitting here talking to you guys. But what I really wanted to ask you guys is, do any of you guys have Spectrum Home TV? You know, do you get the Spectrum, not the pay channels, but the free part of your, you know, it's just part of your internet package. Do any of you guys have that? $1,800 1680 kV with a Dynam 3-blade. This is a this is a 1260 kV motor is what I'm going with. And I was going to use the V900 prop as well. You know, for testing. And then we'll go from there. But yeah, what I found out something interesting today I want to share with you, and just I want to see if any of you guys are aware of this. If you have this, if you don't have this, you may want to get this. And it's, you know, nothing related with RC, but I figured we can talk about RC while we're talking about this. And I'll work on the Hurricane while we're talking about this. So who's got, anybody got any free TV with their internet, or do you guys pay for, you know, some other provider, your own provider? Got a bundle? Gotta love those bundles. .65 amp at half throttle. Oh wow, damn. This is only a 60 amp ESC, I think, right? Yeah, this is a 60 amp. Yeah. Yeah, the V900 only comes with a 60 amp. So you would have exceeded that at half throttle. Holy crap. Yikes. So you got DirecTV. Yeah, see, the cost is my problem, John. That's the deal. So this is what I wanted to share with you guys, and I didn't know this at the time, but we've just confirmed it. So, and it's kind of amazing and kind of a best kept secret kind of thing, and I don't know why LG should be promoting this all over the place. And maybe they do. Maybe I'm out of the loop. I don't know. Anybody else? Jackson RC, what's up? Yeah, so here's the deal, guys, on the TV, which is unbelievable. My ex and I both bought brand new TVs. They're both LG TVs, big flat screen, 4K, ultra intelligent, whatever the hell they are. I don't know. And we just have an antenna on the roof, so we don't have. You know, I can go on the internet and watch YouTube and all the other stuff, and I also have a copy of Kodi. And if you guys don't know what the Kodi is, we'll get to that in a second. It's a you know, it's something you want to if you're doing it right. I'm not doing it right, but you should go through a VPN because there's some legality things about it. Now, I don't know if they can prosecute me for just watching it, maybe, but it's the guys that are streaming it are the ones that are under fire for illegally streaming content that they don't have the rights to. I don't know that I have any problem watching what somebody puts up. You know, I'm just watching it. I'm not streaming it, but there might be some legal. The legalities here are that they're not going to go after each individual person for watching Kodi for free because somebody else is illegally streaming data. You know, I've been watching Kodi now for, I don't know, 10 years probably at least. So never had a problem. No big deal. But anyway, so here's the deal. You know, we get 60 channels, 50 channels on my antenna. And we get all, you know, all the major networks, and we get a few extra stuff here and there. But, you know, one day I was just kind of flipping channels, and I was using the channel up function. And when I got to the end, which is the highest channel we get over the antenna, is channel 66. I think is HSN, Home Shopping Network. It skipped to 101, and it was in yellow. And I was like, "What's this?" And I, you know, and it's all this free TV. There's 900 channels of free television. And it's something that is labeled LG Network, which in other words is LG is providing, you know, or paying to provide or whatever. But if you bought an LG, you don't have to sign up for this. It's just it happened. It's on the TV. If you have an LG TV, you can get all these extra channels for free because we're not paying for any of it. We don't have any paid television at all. All we have is the internet on the TV and an antenna on the roof. But we got these 900 channels, and now they just updated it to it's Pluto TV. So now I'm getting free Pluto TV on top of the other stuff. They just blended it all together. So there's an extra 900, roughly 900 channels. There's a few blanks in between, but it goes from channel 100 to 999. And of all, and we're getting like Power Nation, trucks, Hallmark home shopping, no, Hallmark movies, and I think Discovery. God, I don't know, I'd have to go look, but all these channels are all free TV, and they're not coming from the antenna; they're coming from the internet. So they're being sent to the TV through the internet connection, even though we don't have TV. The TV, the smart TV that it is, you know, has the ability to pick up these channels that apparently LG is paying, or maybe I don't know, they have some kind of deal to stream this stuff to an LG TV without you having to sign up for it to pay for it. So that's just badass, guys. I mean, that is just cool as shit that I'm getting all this TV for free just because I bought an LG TV. I forget what I stumbled onto. At first, I didn't know where it was coming from. We were just getting it, and I thought it was just part of my internet package, that they stream all this stuff for free, or maybe that they were accidentally streaming it, not knowing that I didn't pay for TV service, just the internet. I don't know, but then I stumbled onto it's being provided by LG, and I don't know if only LG TVs can pick it up or not, but I'm kind of assuming that it's the tuner in the LG TV that can receive this free TV stuff, and not every I don't know. I didn't know I was getting it at first, but we've been watching it for about a year now. But just this week, they updated it to Pluto TV, so now it's what we had before and Pluto. And I didn't sign up for it. We're not paying for it, but we're getting it, and pretty awesome. So that was just really, I just wanted to ask if you guys are getting this, if any of you guys have heard of this. Do you know any more than I know about this? 'Cause it's kind of cool. So that's the only reason I went live. And then, you know, while I'm doing that, I'm working on the hurricane here. Finish up this corner here, and I'll show you guys what I'm doing. Okay, so I just got a message on my phone. I'm betting that's from Shadow. Would be my guess, because I see Shadow in the room, and he's my #1 fan as far as updating me about anything I'm doing that's he thinks I might need to know. I love that guy. So David, you're aware of this? Yeah, I knew it was Eric. So David, are you getting it? Awesome. So David knows what I'm talking about. So yeah, I mean, this is just unbelievable, guys. I mean, you know, Pluto, I don't know what Pluto TV costs normally, but I'm getting it free. And I'm getting all this other stuff for free just because I bought it. I don't know if I guess you have an LG TV, David, or do you have a different TV? And I'm wrong about it just being for LG people. Shadow, I was laughing already because as soon as my phone beeped, I knew it was you. That's funny. I'm sure you guys can hear the tree brushing against the house. It's very windy here. I didn't go flying today because it was too windy, and I figured I could get a lot more done here, more productiveness done here, working on the garage, my trailer, this airplane, then going out to the flying field and flying, but not... Yeah, Joe, there you go. So, yeah, Joe gets it, too, yeah. Yeah, guys, you can get 50, 60. I can, if I put the antenna back up as high as I had it, I think we were getting 72 channels. But the pole was sticking too high above the house, and it would get swaying in bad wind, and then it snapped off. So I lowered it down a little bit, and then I did it again, so I lowered it down a little bit more. So now we're down to like 59 channels, I think, or something. 62. Weather conditions, atmospheric conditions. But, you know, all the major stuff, you know, I get all the regular stuff. It's just drawing in some of the extra stuff we get periodically. But then we get all of these 900 channels for free, and it's freaking awesome. You know, so I just wanted to share that with you guys. That, you know, if you have a new smart television, TCL is free as well. Okay, cool. So David does have an LG TV, and he's paying for Roku. So, but he's getting all this other stuff for free. And like I said, you know, I think, and I could be wrong, but I think it's only available to LG TVs, the stuff I'm talking about. Now, there might be other stuff out there that's free, available to other people. And that's kind of what I wanted to know, too, is, you know, if you're getting some kind of a free service with your internet on top of what you're paying for, because, you know, I had no idea. You know, we stumbled onto it one day after we bought, about a year after we bought the television. And I'm like, well, what the hell is this? And it's a lot of good stuff. Good movies. And some big name actors in some of these movies that are like, kind of like, I don't know if you guys know it, you know, people like Pierce Bronson and Meryl Streep and some of these others are actually doing these movies on Netflix and also on this free stuff that we're getting. So, you know, it's not junk. Some of these movies are really good. Not all of them. Some of them are junk, no doubt. You know, some of it's not that great. Either the story's not that great, or the actors aren't that great. But some of them are really good. Good storylines, good actors, and, you know, pretty good. And hey, it's free. It's kind of hard to bitch when it's free, even if it's bad. You know, it's free. So, you know, how much can you really complain? You know, oh, that movie sucked. I want my money back. Oh, wait a minute, I didn't pay anything for it. Okay, I can't get my money back, but it, you know, it sucked. You know, so, but yeah, so it's really cool, guys. I just wanted to share that. I didn't know if you guys knew that. If you haven't tried it, If you got it, I'm pretty sure you're going to have a new TV. You know, one of the brand new, super ultra smart. You know, but give it a try. Type in like 311 and see what you get. If it's not a channel you get on your paid prescription or not. You know, just go on the internet, get off your antenna, or if you're on an antenna, and do a search and through the tuner. Don't go through a browser. Go through the tuner, like you're watching television. And actually, that's right. That's coming over my antenna, not through the internet, right? Let me think of yeah, it's coming through the antenna, so that's being broadcasted free over the antenna. I'm wrong. It's not coming from my internet service. It's while I'm on television, I can go to those channels. So it's being broadcasted digitally over the airways to my antenna on the roof, not through my internet connection. I just now figured that out. I was thinking it was part of my internet package, but no, it's not. Because it's not coming over the internet. It's coming over my antenna. So I'm getting 900 channels of free stuff, Pluto TV included, is being broadcasted over my antenna. I mean, that is just awesome, guys. That is freaking awesome. I had no idea. I mean, this is so, you know, this new Pluto update and everything it just happened just now. That's why I'm going live, because I wanted to share that with you. So I just spackled the wing up to fill all the panel lines. Okay, so we'll have to let that dry. We'll sand it up, put some primer on it, sand it again, and it'll be ready to go fly. And then we'll, after the test flights, we'll paint it. And then this is all done. This is all the panel lines are filled in. Everything's cut off. It's not, you know, necessary to have. I did leave these two little teardrop shaped things up here because they're very aerodynamic, so I don't think they're going to slow the plane down any. But everything else is filled in or cut off. There was some foam bumps, scale stuff. I don't know what they were for. I cut them off. There was a little intake, it looked like. I cut that off. Not putting the air intake on. I'm not putting that big scoop on. So I sanded all that stuff off. All the rivets, I sanded off. Everything, any bump, lump, you know. And this thing's, yeah, I don't know how smooth a baby's butt really is, but this is as smooth as a baby's butt. It's, you know, you've all heard that term. So yeah, this thing is super smooth. And it's you know, it's 99.9% ready for paint. You know, there's just a tiny bit of sanding left to do, and possibly a tiny bit of feather fill in just a couple of little spots, and it'll be ready to paint. And option 2 is we've got a guy at the field that does the wraps for a living, you know, car wraps and stuff like that, and he already wanted to wrap my L39. I'm sorry, my L37. Or AL37, I should say. You know, the AL37. He already offered to wrap that for me. And so now I'm thinking maybe I'll have him wrap this. If I give him the scheme I want, you know, give him some ideas what I want, you know, he could do it, and I wouldn't have to paint the plane. He could just wrap it for me. I guess the allergies today, man. I've been sneezing for about an hour now. Joe, are you talking to me to read back? I got to back up, or you meant somebody else? It won't go fast until it's painted. Trust me, man. It's as smooth as it's gonna get, painted or not. It's this thing is slick as it's gonna get. This stuff I've sanded it down. I mean, it's painted. It's got primer on it. You know. It's not bare foam. It's got primer on it. Most of the white you see is primer. There's a few spots that are bare foam, but it's mostly primer. Yeah. Okay. Bring me my keys. Probably hanging on the doorknob. The Impala keys, the black strap, not the yellow one. I gotta go get something on my car for the X. So, but what am I looking for? What am I looking for? Joe, is it easier for you to just type it again? I don't know. Oh, here, wait. What you got? Kenny, keep in mind the new. Oh, hang on a minute. It won't stop moving. We stop moving? There you go. The new wave runs along the ground. The high antenna is not as good as the root level. Really? So they're sending radio waves at low altitude, and they can penetrate buildings and trees and all the everything. Because I'm about 40 miles from the antenna in Tampa as the crow flies. Yeah, Craig. Yeah, exactly. My TV and phone are smarter than me too. You know, so I just stumbled onto this one day, and I'm like, you know, what the hell is this, and how am I getting this? And then here I thought it was coming all this time until just now. I had an epiphany right now that, hang on a minute, it's not coming through my cable. It's coming over the antenna. So, yeah, this free stuff is all coming over the antenna. The Late Show with Kenny Letterman. Yep, that's it. So I have a couple more things, you guys, that happened to be in the Zoom the other night, where I was growing mushrooms with Gorilla Glue. I got to do the bottom of the wings with that, where the air intake is supposed to go. There's a void in the, and I'm doing all. I'm sanding it off on the other wing. Is already done. I sanded off all the mold injection flowers, and I spackled the whole thing so it was ready to smooth out. But there's this where the scoop goes. I got it. You got the shovel? Okay. So I got to put some Gorilla Glue water mix in this little cavity right here, and let that grow up, and then I'll shave it off and sand it, and that'll take care of that void. But yeah, that's so that's where we're at. The other wing's almost completely done. The top's all sanded, done. The bottom is all been sanded and spackled. I haven't sanded the spackle off yet. I just spackled the top of this one, and then both of them I have to do the Gorilla Glue magic to fill that in. So, look at the cell in your pocket, and it's not on the roof. Just saying. So, well, yeah, but there's cell towers everywhere, Joe. It's not trying to make it all the way from Tampa. There's a cell tower right over here. I mean, less than a mile from my house. And it's, you know, I mean, a line of sight, I can see the tower. So, you know, this has got to be coming from a TV. Unless, well, okay, unless they're broadcasting it over cell towers. Is that what they're doing? And how's that getting to my television? Because I don't have my television bound to my phone. So, is the TV smart enough to pick up this free broadcast off of a cell tower? What the fuck are we doing here, Dennis? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me be politically correct. Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. What the Whiskey Tango Foxtrot are we doing here? Well, we're talking about TVs, like it says in the title. Free TV. Got 900 channels of free TV. I didn't know if you knew you could get this. And we're talking about the Hurricane that's just about ready to either paint or wrap. I haven't decided yet. I may have it wrapped. I have a guy at the flying field that does that for a living, and he already offered to wrap my AL-37. So I'm going to show this to him when I take it out to test fly it, and say, hey, you know, can you wrap this? You know, and see what he says. Ray! What's up, buddy? Jermaine, Jeff in Lower Alabama. Who else is here? Run for the Hills. Who else? Who am I missing here? There's a bunch of Barry. What's up? Good to see you guys. So yeah, so I'll recap for you guys that just got here. Let's see here. Terry, April, how you doing? Good to see you. You're new here, I guess. I don't think I've seen you here before. I'm just reading some of these comments, see if you've asked or gave me any information that I didn't catch. Joe, you're very welcome, man. Thanks for watching them. Appreciate that, man. You know, you guys just, you know, the fact that you're watching is really all the thanks I need. You know, I'm so happy that you guys are watching my content and enjoying it. I love the guys that criticize my content, you know, that I'm doing it all wrong or whatever, and then I go to their page and there's nothing on it. They've never done a video. They have no idea what it takes to do a video. Their channel's blank. There's nothing on it. They open a channel just so they could come into my show or somebody else's show and criticize us. I love those guys. They just make my day when they do that. I just think it's hilarious. Wrap it in a Trojan condom. Oh, and leave the lube on it. Okay, yeah, there you go. Should I get the ribbed? Then it'll act like a golf ball, right? If I get a ribbed condom and put it over it, it'll have that golf ball effect, right? Oh my God, that's hilarious. Oh, Jermaine, I was so dead last night. I mean, I didn't want to let you guys down when Fred said, you know, Zoom, so I did, but man, I went in the house to get something. What did I went in there to get something. And I sat down on the couch for a second to check my upload that I was uploading. I got another video going up. And I don't think I even saw what the upload did, and I was out. I mean, I was just out. What in the hell is going on over here? It's never done that before. Wow, that's crazy. So on my, right, I've got you guys off for a second. I'm just looking at my desktop page. And off to the right side, I've got little, for lack of a better description, looks like raindrops hitting the screen, you know, horizontally. And they're just little, you know, spots going like this. And they're running up and down like a TV, you know, like a signal strength meter. I've never seen that before. I don't know what the hell is going on over there. But it's going all the way down the side of the screen, mostly in the middle right here. There's a couple of that are like continuous, and then some of the other ones are randomly, but they're just like, they're clear. You can see right through them, but it definitely looks like a raindrop hitting the screen right on the edge. I don't know what the hell that is. Never seen that before. So, I don't know. Who knows? Let me get back to the chat. There we go. Okay. Thanks, Tug. You're not midget gifted. Right, so what's up? So, okay, so here's the quick update. So, I just finished feather fill with the spackle on the wing. Got to sand that all off when it dries. The fuselage is done for now. It's ready for test flight. I'm going to test fly it before I actually put it in the air. Here's the power plant that's going in it. Got a BL15 brushless Outrunner, 1260 kV, and the prop hub and spinner, and then a 60 amp E-flite 3 amp Beck here. I still have to put a servo in the tail for the elevator. I'm moving the elevator servo to the tail. I still have to do that. And then I have to finish sanding the wings. I have one more fill to do with the Gorilla Glue, where on the bottom of the wing where that scoop goes, right here. I got to fill this with the Gorilla Glue water mix on both wings. And then I don't think there's anything on the tail to fill. Yeah, there's no panel lines there to fill, so that's ready to go. And same here. So there's nothing to fill on the elevator rudder. I can just slap them on and fly it. And the wings will be done probably tomorrow. So probably tomorrow. I should definitely have a test flown by Wednesday. You know, I can't see it, unless weather goes bad. I can't see why I wouldn't have it to the field by Wednesday to fly it. So we're gonna go test fly it and see how it does, and then I'll update you Thursday how she's doing, and I'll talk to Jimmy about maybe possibly just doing a wrap on this thing instead of painting it, because it'll definitely be lighter if he wraps it versus me painting it. Well, not definitely, but probably. So okay, but what I really came on here for is, and this is a new thing. It just happened, minutes ago, guys. And I wanted to share it with you, get your feedback about TV, because I didn't know this. And what TV show are you talking about, Craig? I'm not going to scroll back again. Just type it again. So what I found out, because I'm a cheap bastard, I don't pay for cable TV. I refuse to pay those prices. Ridiculous. So I have an antenna on the roof. I have free TV, and I get about 60 channels roughly. If I put the mask taller, I get about 72 channels. And I get all the standard channels, but you get, if you're on an antenna, guys, ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox all have 4 to 5 sub-channels on top of the regular channel. Okay? And there's a lot of TV there. So, you got 4 major stations, each providing another 5-ish channels. Is that turns into 20 different channels right off the bat, just from the 4 major networks. And then there's all this other stuff like HSN and QVC, or have their own channels that they're being broadcast. And so I get a lot of TV on my antenna, and I found out a few months ago that I get all this extra TV that I thought was coming through my cable. I thought my cable connection was providing this, but I just realized after I started the show that no, this is coming off the antenna. I'm getting an extra 900 channels off the antenna that are all digital channels, and at some point I stumbled onto it that it says it's LG TV. In other words, if you buy a new smart, ultra smart 4K whatever television, you can get these channels, these extra 900 channels for free. You don't have to sign up for it. They're just there. You know, if you just go to that, if you know enough to go there, they're there. You just, go there and you're there. I didn't know they were there. Never knew. One day I was, just going through the channels, and I went past the highest channel, which I think is 66 on the tuner, and it went to these digital channels that start at 100 and go to 999. And there's all this, movies and Hallmark Channel, and I mean, just over and all kinds of stuff. And some of it's crap, okay? But the rest of it's free, and it's if you have an LG TV, a new one, you get all this stuff for free. Now, whether you need to have an antenna on the roof or not, Joe's saying that it's coming through the ground level, and I don't know if he means. I'm not sure what he means. I don't know how. If you don't have an antenna on the roof, I don't know how you're going to get these channels. The Twilight Zone. Or Outer Limits. Oh, I got you. Yeah, I totally remember that, Craig. Yeah, I used to watch that show all the time. So, so anyway, all this free TV I'm getting is coming through the antenna on the roof. I was like, holy crap. And then just today, well, no, it was a couple days ago, I found that they updated it. Now I'm getting Pluto TV for free. Through that same connect, they updated that free 900 channel thing I have to include Pluto TV. So now I've got all this Pluto TV free stuff coming too. And I never signed up for nothing, guys. It's not like when I got the television, sent in warranty cards, they knew I had an LG TV, and they're sending this stuff because I had none of that. It's coming off the antenna. It's being broadcasted digitally. I'm picking it up with the antenna. I don't know if it's coming from a satellite, from Tampa, from the network. I don't know where it's coming from. Possibly a cell tower, although I don't know how the thing would pick up a cell tower. But anyway, unless it's... Well, I guess my antenna would pick up a cell tower if it knows to look there. I don't know. I don't know where it's coming from. All I know is I'm getting it, and it's amazing. So, yeah, 999 channels. Roughly 900 channels. There are some blank channels in between, but all the stuff I used to watch when I had cable TV, like, Power Nation, where they're hot rodding a car or a truck or something, trucks, stuff like that. There's the Hallmark Channel now I'm getting, free, all the Hallmark movies, and what else did we... There's a whole bunch of dedicated channels for, like, now with Pluto, they're streaming Star Trek Next Generation 24/7. It's a channel just designated to Star Trek Next Generation, and it's just one episode after the other. They just keep rolling along. You can sit here all day long and watch the Star Trek, or you can watch Nashville. I don't know if any of you guys remember that show that was on for a while, and then the writers ruined the show, but it was a show on called Nashville. It was mostly a country music, but it turned into just a big drama piece of crap. It was sucked, But they took it off the main air. But there's still the reruns are running on this now, and they've got a dedicated channel for that. It's a dedicated channel for the Love Boat. I don't know why. Most of the old TV shows have dedicated channels now. It's 24/7. Episode after episode after episode. 911. That's kind of current. That show. There's a dedicated channel for that. Yeah, and again, it's all free. Jermaine, my TV is connected to the internet, but you have to switch it. I have to use the TV remote, okay, and go to source and switch it from internet to antenna, okay? And all this stuff is coming up while I'm on antenna, not while I'm on internet. All these free channels I'm getting are while I'm on antenna. So unless the TV knows how to go get that stuff off the internet, even though I'm not on the internet, I'm on antenna, it's coming over the antenna. I don't get it all in one. I have to switch back and forth. If I want to watch internet stuff like YouTube, I have to switch the television source to internet. And if I want to watch stuff on the antenna, I got to switch back to antenna. So, and it's while I'm on antenna, I'm getting these extra 900 channels. So, Frank, what's up? Good to see you, man. So, and I forget who it was now. Was it his name Bob or Ron? I forget now. I hope he's still here. Hang on a minute. Where's my mouse? What the hell are you doing now? Well, that's weird. So my mouse is not on the front of the screen, it's behind the screen. Why is my mouse behind the screen? That's weird. So I can't scroll now. I've lost. Maybe that's what all that raindrop thing is because the mouse is not in the foreground and I don't know why. That's weird. Yeah, it's doing something funky. I don't know why. Raymond, what's up? So anyway, so that's I can't scroll back, guys. I don't have control of the mouse, but I can still read the chat as long as it's running. But if you say something and I don't get it, just say it again. Put an emoji next to it so I look at it. EQ, what's up? Good to see you, man. Bobby who? Bobby Committed or Bobby Plains Reviewer? Which Bobby's here? So anyway, so I wanted to share that with you guys. I think that's absolutely awesome. I'm getting 900 channels for free. Roach Coach, what's up? Through my antenna. It's amazing. And apparently it's only to LG. Now, LG TVs. Because none of my other TVs do it. Of course, none of my other TVs are new enough to do it. But it said somewhere when it's welcome to LG TV or something. So I'm assuming, and I could be wrong, but I'm assuming that it's only being broadcasted to people that bought an LG TV. So if you're thinking about buying a new TV, buy an LG. Just so you get these 900 free channels, because they're worth having for free, for sure. I mean, there's some really good movies, starring some big name stars that are not box office movies for the theater, but are but still good movies. Some of them, not all of them. There's some junk out there. Listen, they're not all winners. But anyway, I just thought I'd share that because I was, when I found out a couple days ago, and we just tried it on my ex's TV, and it's working there too. That now I'm getting Pluto TV for free, and again it's being broadcasted over the airways because I'm getting it on my antenna, not through my cable connection. Because I don't have cable TV. All I have is internet connection. You know, I have a Roadrunner account for internet service and email. I don't have any TV. I don't have a TV, any paid TV program from anybody. Nobody. I'm not paying for TV. The last TV I had was more than 10 years ago, and it was, I think, Dish Network. You know, so I had a dish on the house. And I don't have anything now but an antenna on the roof. An old style, you know, wire antenna. You know, it's nothing new. That antenna picks up digital signal. So it's the same old antenna that I've used when I was, you know, 60 years ago when I was born. My dad had one of these antennas on the roof. Same antenna. And you just hook it up to the TV and boom! You know, you've got, you know, digital, because they're broadcasting everything digital now. So the antenna picks it up, puts it on the TV, and it's the best picture, way better picture than you get off of cable, because they compress the signal strength when they, you know, you're getting full strength when you get it on an antenna. When you get it through a provider, it's a compressed signal. So, and if you've got a really good TV, you'll notice the difference. So, yeah, I just saw the Rich Baker just went live about an hour ago, and he had one of the Trojan Jolly Roger planes on the ground there. Looked really good. That was cool. So yeah, I don't know if you caught that or not. If you didn't, go back and watch it. He showed it off. So he's really pushing the banana hobby stuff. So wow, really, Raymond? How did you blow it out? What happened? On approach. Hey, welcome, sir. New here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you joined the channel. Usually we talk about nothing but RC, and I'm not normally on it this time. I just went quick before. I don't know if Rando's going early before Bobby. I know Bobby's going to go on later. I didn't want to step on anybody. And if Rando's here or wants to go, I'll shut this down right now. I just wanted to. I got excited and I wanted to share it. You know, that this free TV, 900 channels of free TV. Yeah. So how did you blow out your HSD box? What happened? Oh, you're Bobby on approach. Oh, okay. So we have Bobby number 3 now. Got another Bobby. It's gonna be tough to keep you all straight. Jeff Adams. Yeah, Jeff, I can't agree with you more, but I had to swallow it 3 times, man. The Draco is just, not just because of the airplane, but because of Mike Patey, the whole history of Patey, everything he put in that airplane. It's just iconic, and I have got to have it. I bought 3 of them, but the other 2 are probably going to be for sale. I just wanted to make sure that I got in the first. So I bought my first one through my my favorite, well, one of my favorite what's the word I'm looking for? You know, influencers. And I bought it before 9 o'clock, before the feeding frenzy started. And so I most definitely should be getting that one. And then I bought 2 more instantly after. When the Horizon Hobby link went down for the Bind and Fly one, you know, you kept getting the oops message or out of stock or whatever. I went over to Tower Hobbies and no problem. Went over there, was able to just sign in and buy it put it in my cart and buy it. And I used my points over there and got $100 off of it anyway. And so I bought the second one over there. And then I came back to Horizon Hobby, went through Mike Patey's link and bought the third one, the plug and play one, because that one didn't what was easy to get back into. You know, it wasn't swamped like the Binding Fly one. So yeah, I don't have one of those. The P47. I mean, I have the 1700 one, and I have the 1400 one, but I don't have the 1500 one. I hadn't pulled the trigger on that one yet. So I have the 1400 and the 1700 FMS P47, but I don't have the 1500 one. So, now, are we talking about the new big 182 Cessna or the small 1400 HST Cessna? Which one are we talking about? And how'd you blow the board out? I mean, you know, you say it's your fault, but what'd you do? You know, just so we can share that so other people don't do it. Yeah, I don't have that Ultrix yet. I've been thinking about pulling the trigger on it. Everybody I watch fly, it looks like it's a lot of fun, but it's also very delicate, you know. And I guess you're going to go through a lot of props, because you're going to do stupid shit with it, because that's what makes it fun. So anyway, but yeah, it looks like a fun ride. So I might get one of those. Been thinking about it. I've got a UMX Timber and a UMX Turbo Timber, and especially on windy days like today, they're a blast. Those things are just so much fun in the wind. You can really do some fun stole. I mean, you can literally put it on the ground with no rollout. It'll just sit down and stop. So there's zero rollout. And if you've got the flaps full down and goose it, you can get it in the air in a foot. I mean, it only has a foot rollout before it's airborne, especially in high wind. So the big HST Cessna. Okay, all right. So we've got it down to that. So now, what did you do to blow the whole thing up? Yeah, I just got all my new receivers from Race Day Quads. The new on approach. Listen, I don't know if you've watched all the hype YouTube videos, but Horizon's been putting out, you know, interviews with Mike Patey. They've had the plane on the table. They're describing everything about it, and it checked all the boxes that I was hoping for. It's a 2-meter ship, which I wanted. It's got lights galore all over it, which I really wanted. They kept it at the $599 price tag, and even cheaper if you buy the plug and play version. That was, you know, as much as I'd say it's way too much money for the plane. This is a very unique plane. Not the plane. The history behind the plane is what makes it unique for me. Everybody's different. Everybody's got their opinion. A lot of people don't like the plane. I didn't buy it because it was this cool airplane. I bought it because of its creator, Mike Patey, the history behind the plane. All the whole package is why I wanted it, and why I was willing to pay the $599 for it. Not just because it's a cool airplane. You know, I wouldn't have paid that for it if that's all it was. But it was way much more than that to me. So yes, you know, they because I'm going to tell you, you know, I told everybody in my chat on Thursday night, which if you guys don't know this, I do a live show every Thursday night, and it's an all-night show. We start at 9 o'clock, and sometimes we're there till 5 in the morning. And I was telling guys in the chat that, you know, if it's a penny over $600, I'm not buying it. And then a few of them super chatted me a couple extra bucks. So that brought it up to $645. I could go because they donated to the cause, and so if it turned out to be more than $5.99, I had a little leeway. But if it had hit that $645 mark, I wouldn't have bought it. I mean, it just wasn't going to pay any more than that. But yeah, I think it's awesome. The suspension works. It has suspension on the tail, which I was not expecting. The tail wheel's got its own suspension on it. You know, they copied everything about it. The lights, all the lights, where they're located and what they are, and it even has the backup camera light, and it has beta, so you can back it up just like the real one. It's got mega power in it to go vertical to the stars. So yeah, for me, it checked all the boxes. I'm not the least bit disappointed. I'm super happy. You know. The other thing was if they'd have waited another day to release it, they were going to lose my business, because I already had, you know, I was all prepared for this. All right, pre-prepared. I had in my cart at Horizon my V900 I was buying because I needed the motor and speed control for this project. I had the control horns to fix the Havoc, which are right here. I needed these. I had some drone. They had these drone gates. You know, the little tiny whoop. A package of gates. There were 5 gates for. They're normally like 18 or 20 bucks or something, and they were on sale for like $8. So I bought 2 packages of those. And then the final was I had the FMS F7F in my cart. So my cart was sitting at $800. And if Draco didn't come out, when they say it was, I was going to hit the button and buy the... And then I had $600 in coupon, you know, the gift certificates that I bought on Valentine's Day, saving another 14% off the price. And I had those, I put them in my cart. So I had the cart preloaded, ready to hit the button. And I was going to just log in and hit the, you know, buy now button. And if Draco was there, then I was going to put Draco in the cart and take the F7F out of the cart. And so that's what happened. I took the F7F out, put Draco in, hit the sell button, and my influencer got a big payday. He made some money, and he really excited about it. It wasn't that much money, guys. They don't make a lot of money, but every little bit helps. And it made me feel good that he was that excited about it, because he told us in the chat. I don't remember if it was on his show Monday night or... Oh, no, I think we were in a Zoom session. Yeah, Friday night Zoom. We do a Zoom, and he told me there that somebody spent 800 and some bucks at Horizon Hobbies using my link. And I laughed. I said, yeah, that was me. That was my Draco and V900. And he really? I go, yeah. And I actually sent them the invoice on my phone so he could see it. And he was just so happy. So, yeah. KB, what's up? Good to see you, man. Dana, what's up? So for you new guys that haven't been in my show before, I've been doing this for 48 years, flying RC. As a matter of fact, I'm the history museum of RC. I get accused of that. This is my first radio. This is the radio I learned to fly on. This is a 1970 Kraft 3-channel radio. Okay? I bought this used in 1973 for $150. It's a 3-channel radio with nothing. I mean nothing. It's got a throttle here and your rudder and elevator, or aileron and elevator, whatever you put there, with 2 trims, and that's it. There's no expo, no nothing. I mean, back then you had to do everything mechanically. If you wanted flaperons or any of that kind of stuff, you had to do it mechanically. There was no mixing in the radio back then. So and look at the length of this damn antenna, guys. So now that's an antenna. That son of a gun is, well, I can reach the camera with it, and the camera's about 7 feet away from me. you know, it's about a 7-foot reach there, and the antenna could go right. And I can touch the lens of the camera. I mean, that's an antenna. All right. So for you guys that are new in the hobby and don't know this old stuff, yeah, this is a 72 megahertz radio. What they call the long wire, because the receiver wire was 39 feet long, or 39 inches long, I think. So anyway, in the history of modeling, for me, Draco is the most detailed airplane I've ever seen. Yeah, as far as everything, the lights, the shocks, the suspension, everything. I've just never seen an airplane, and I've got some good my Yak 130, the 90 millimeter one, is as detailed as this Draco, but I'm gonna put the win to Draco just because of all the extra lights and the backup. It's got beta for backing up. They even painted the prop the red color to match they went to the trouble of painting the entire prop and putting the decals on the propeller to make it match. I mean, it was just amazing. Every little detail about that plane, it checked all the boxes for me. And then, so yeah, that is the coolest airplane I've ever seen in 48 years. So, so I'm not at all. Yeah, I have over 100 airplanes, and they're all over my house. Okay, and when I say they're all over my house, guys, they're in the kitchen, they're all over the living room, they're in the back. The entire back bedroom is full of airplanes, and even the master bedroom has a bunch of them standing in the corner. There is a fuselage on the bed where I usually sleep, because I have no place else to put it. So it's sitting on the bed, and my ex-wife sleeps next to that airplane every night. Okay, it's in the bed every night with her, and she sleeps with it every night. And then there's I've got planes out here in the garage. They're all over the place out here in my garage here. I've got them in the barn. I've got them in my carport. There's 8 or 10 planes in the back of my car right now. They're everywhere. I mean, I'm planed out, guys. So I finally emptied my trailer. I have a hobby trailer. It's been full of furniture. And I just cleaned it out so I could put more airplanes in there. So now I'm getting that back in shape, and I'm building new racks to handle these big airplanes I bought. So I can keep about 15 or 20 airplanes in the trailer at any one time and be ready to, just hook it to the car and go flying. Because the wagon, I love my wagon. And I'll probably continue to use the wagon so I can keep 8 airplanes in the wagon on top of the 15, 20 planes I'll have in the trailer. So I'll have plenty to fly at the field. I'll have to rotate them out, which planes I want to fly next weekend, and then I'll have all week to, do the curly shuffle and pull a plane out of a rack and put it in the trailer and take the trailer one and put it in the rack. But yeah, so yeah, it's out of control. Yeah. Hi, my name's Kenny, and I'm an alcoholic. I'm a birdaholic. I'm a planeaholic. I'm a RC-aholic. Let's go with RC-aholic because I got plenty of surface as well. I've probably got 100 surface vehicles. I've got a few boats, sailboat, a couple of power boats. I've got all kinds of cars. I like the one right there. The toy grade. A lot of it's toy grade in the car surface stuff. But that's okay. I'm okay with with toy grade. And then I have professional stuff I used to race. I've got a hovercraft. I've got, like I say, if it's RC, trucks, I got race trucks, I got crawlers. If it's RC, it's for me. I got it. There's 2 things I don't have yet. That paramotor guy that Hobby King sells. I want that. I haven't got the paramotor guy yet. And an RC paratrooper. And I don't know if you guys have seen that. Yes, they do exist. You can get a little man. All the radio gear's inside the man, and you move his arms, and when you throw him out of an airplane at altitude, you can literally fly him around and land in spot. They have spot landing competitions. Yeah, that doesn't sound excessive at all, Dina. I said that once to a guy. It was hilarious. We were talking about battery packs, and he, you know, how many battery packs do you guys have? I'm just wanting to know if I have a problem. And he says he had like 80 battery packs, and I said no, that doesn't sound like a problem. I have 100 airplanes, you know, and then he says, well, they're all 1,500 four cells for flying my quadcopters, my racing quads. And I said, okay, that sounds like you have, that might be a little excessive. And his comeback was coming from the guy that has 100 airplanes. Okay, touche. I thought that was great. That was a great comeback. So yeah, am I excessive? Yeah, I am. But you know, my I don't want to call it an excuse, but I have no other vices. I've never had a drink in my life. I've never had a cigarette in my life. I've never smoked anything in my life. I don't have any kids. Okay, so I haven't got any extra places money goes. You know, all my money comes to me. It stays right here. I don't have a mortgage. The property's paid for. So I have to pay, and I'm not paying it anyway because my ex, that's her rent to stay here. Is she just has to pay the power bill and the internet bill. No, I'm paying the internet bill. She pays my phone bill. So she pays the internet, no, the power bill. We don't have a water bill. I have a septic tank and a well, so there's no water. I burn all my trash. I don't have trash pickup. So yeah, that's all we have. So yeah, I don't have any other vices to spend money on. No drinking, no smoking, no drugs, nothing. So yeah. So if you guys add up what you spend in beer and cigarettes, and if you guys have kids, forget it. I don't have any of that, so you know. So I have money for airplanes, and I try to keep it in check. I know, you know, 100 airplanes sounds like not, but you got to remember that that's over 48 years. Okay, so you know you got to, if you spread that out, that's less than 2 airplanes a year. Or no, it's just over 2 airplanes a year. So you know, anyway. And I still have almost, I have the plane I learned to fly on sitting right here, guys. It's not like I just have the radio. This is the plane I learned to fly on right here. It's a little Cox 049. I didn't make up the name, so, you know, it's called Dick's Dream. It was made by Ace. And I have the box for this as well. But this is the plane. It's got a foam wing. This is the foam wing. So it was supposed to be, now remember, this is 1973. This plane was designed to have the rudder only. You know, the rudder that did this. Okay, and then you would press the button on the transmitter and it would go left. And the next time you pressed it, it would go straight. And the next time you pressed it, it would go right, and so on. Okay, and I turned it into digital proportional and put an elevator on it that it didn't have. And I learned to fly on this. Okay, so this is my original airplane, and I got a picture of me holding this airplane somewhere around here when I was 13. So I still have this. I have my quarter midget pylon racer that's over 45 years old. I have 2 Quickie 500s, the back half of one and the front half of another, that I'm going to glue back together and make one good fuselage, and then I got to make a wing for it. It's a constant cord 500 square inch wing, so you know, nothing tricky. It's very common, you know, very easy build wing. and I'll have a flyable Quickie 500 again. And then I have a brand new one in the box, a Scat Cat Quickie 500. That's brand new in the box, sitting right over there. And but anyway, all right, it's 8 o'clock, guys. I don't know if anybody's coming on. Do you guys know if Randy's going live? Anybody? Nathaniel, what's up? Good to see you, buddy. I'm as old as you? Oh, it's the, 60 is the new 30, guys. I don't know if you knew that, but, yeah. Right, guys. And I love seeing, when you guys show that your house is full of airplanes, too, it just so defends me when the ex-wife is complaining. That, see, I'm not the only one. Look. It's not just me. It's a sickness. We have a sickness. Yeah, Bitco Bobby, but I don't think he goes till 9, doesn't he? Yeah, I don't want to step on anybody. I don't want to step on Bobby or Randy. So if Randy's going at 8, so Bobby goes at 9 or whatever, I'm going to get off. I don't want to step on anybody. So if you guys know if anybody's going, let me know, and we'll end this. Oh, I know it'll fly. No doubt about it. Oh, I've got helicopters too, Roach. Yeah, I've got plenty of the. Hell, there's I got one, a toy grade again, but it's a nice one. Right here. I'll show you this one. This was one of the. So I've got 3 very, very, very old, back in the 70s helicopters, gas helicopters. One's called the Cricket, and the other one's called the Shuttle. And then I have another one, and I forget what that one is. That one's on the floor under the bench right there. And those are very old school, before gyros and all that crap. This is a toy grade from, I think WL Toys came out with this. And it's a bar, it's got a fly bar. And this thing flew great. And, I tried for years trying to hover the old ones, and everybody says, oh, you got to learn to hover first. Bullshit. Okay? And I'm telling you this from experience, guys. If you've got fixed wing experience, and I mean a lot of it like I do, you could fly one of these out of the box. Just take off and fly it. Don't try to hover it. Screw it. The controls are almost identical. All you have to remember is you got to push the nose over first to get it moving forward, and then everything's exactly. You want to go up, you pull back on the stick, it goes up. Of course, it's going to bleed off airspeed. That's the difference, but the controls are still the same. If you want to bank right, you bank right. You want to bank left, you want to yaw. It's all the same as an airplane. So I took this thing off right out of the box and was flying it around like I've been doing it my whole life. I was like, and I'm sitting there laughing to myself. I knew it would work. I knew it. All that hovering bullshit, screw that. I don't know if you guys have got any experience. Here's what was going on with me. And I'm not ashamed to admit it. But when you're standing behind it, trying to hover it, right? And what are you doing? What are you doing wrong? You're steering the tail. It starts to yaw this way, and what do? You give it more stick, which yaws it farther that way because you're not steering the nose. You got to steer the nose, not the tail. You're looking at the tail. You're steering the tail. You're putting the wrong inputs in. It was aggravating, But if I just took off and flew it, now it just all is, flying an airplane all came back to me natural. I was flying around like I've been doing it my whole life, And I didn't have any. I've got 4 of these. I love this helicopter. It came in this red and a green, a bright lime green. So I think I have 2 red ones. And 2 green ones, and I love this little thing, So, and it's toy grade, it's cheap, but it works, So, and then I've got a Horizon Hobby, the what is it? the 3D. I think it's called the 3D RC 500. It's an old one they discontinued, but that thing flies great too. So I have one of those, and other than a shitload of those little ones, you know, the little tiny ones, I got dozens of those. That's all I have in the bigger helicopters. You know, the big 3 gasser ones that I'll probably never fly again. These the 4 of these toy grade ones, and then my good Horizon one, and I've got a bunch of quadcopters, drones. I have 2 drones, and then I think I have 5 quadcopters and a tricopter, 1 tricopter. So, you know, it's Jeff's Custom. What's up? Yeah. So if it's RC, you know, I have it, or I want it, one or the other. I mean, it's just that's what I am. The Pickle! What's up, buddy? So, did I miss anything? Is anybody alive? Am I stepping on anybody? Are we good? I'm going to get off of here anyway pretty quick. I just want to make sure I'm not stepping on anybody. Just seeing if I'm missing anybody else that popped in. Frankie RC, what's up? Good to see you, man. Welcome to the show. Wow, Bill! What's up? Paul, how you doing, man? It's I think it's $158, Paul. You know, plug and play. Yeah, plug and play. Yeah, it comes with it doesn't have a guy pilot in it. Most guys were using Woody from the Toy Story. You know they strap Woody on it or something about that size. GI Joe. You know, you don't have to. It's got 2 bent arms to simulate the arm movements for steering it. But if you tie wrap a guy into it to those arms, then it looks like the guy's flying it. So it's a nice touch, and you have to put ballast in it anyway. So yeah, it's pretty cool. One of the guys had one out at our flying field, and it was so fun to watch. Oh my god! If you haven't watched it, guys, just go on YouTube, RC Paramotor, and you'll be able to see guys flying them around. It's hilarious. You know, and we have a bunch of paramotor guys that fly at our field, so you know it's a blast. You know, to play with them. You know, you go buzz them, and they get it because it's a paramotor. So. Oh yeah, the Bearcat's awesome, guys. So again, if you guys don't know, right now you can go to Hobby Zone or Arrows RC. All the Warbirds are on sale. They're $20 off for one. If you buy more than one, it's $30 off each plane. Not $30 off what's in the basket. You know, if you buy 5 airplanes, you're getting $30 off, you know, each airplane. So that's $150 savings. Okay. So I bought the last 2. I already had the Mustang and the Bearcat, and now I have the Corsair and the T28. I'm not going to buy the P-47 because it's a 980, and I have the FMS 980, and I'm pretty certain it's the same airplane. I pretty much bet it's the same airplane. So I already have the 980 P-47 in an FMS, so I'm not going to buy that one, but I have all the rest. They have the, and then the jets, which I don't think the jets are on sale right now because they're not considered warbirds. But even though they are, I mean, you know, a MiG-29 is a warbird. You know, it's not a, you know, Cessna Citation. But I have that too. I got the Arrows MiG-29. I love it. I love Arrows airplanes, guys. It's got quality stuff. Really, really nice stuff. Huge fan of that stuff. So, well, did I have to tell you, Pickle? You've got me on your notifications, don't you? Right. So as soon as I went live, you got notified and you knew I was on. I have to call you on the phone and say, hey, Randy, what's up? Hey, are you gonna go on? I'll go off if you're going on. I'm checking right now to see if you're live. So if you're going live, I'm out. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry, Raymond. Thank you, Dennis. So you reversed the polarity on the and that's how you blew up your stuff on the Cessna. Okay, all right, thank you. So did you use those big bullet connector deals, or did you swap it over to XT90 or something? What did you do? Did you Oh, you didn't get the alert? Yeah, something going on with YouTube. I don't get half the alerts anymore either. Um, so, oh, so you're not going to go on tonight, Randy? Okay. All right, cool. Man, I'm absolutely out of here if you are. So, um, oh, well. All right, Pickle. Just for that, you don't get a buzz next time we go flying. You know, if I call, it's time to buzz the Pickle. Oh, wait, we can't do that. No buzz in the Pickle. We got to give him a reprieve. Hey, no problem, Ryan. RC, you're good. We're just kind of chatting. Hey, what's up? Our King Rat's in the house. What's up? Yeah, it's all. I filled all the panel lines in, smoothed it all out, removed any kind of scoop, and all that's off. Doing the same thing to the wings. The other one's already done. Working on this one. I should have it ready to fly. I should be flying it by Wednesday. Not painted yet, just prepped. I want to test fly it, and then I'll paint it. No, I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that. Thanks anyway. uh, yeah, it's funny. I do have somebody turned off, and I'm still getting notifications. So, yeah, they got it all screwed up. Um, is that did Ryan ask if I crashed this or something, and you're telling him no, I got hit by lightning? Yeah, that's not accurate, but not. I did get hit by lightning and with holding one of my planes, but not this one. So anyway, Oh, I got you. Okay. All right. Well, hey, buddy. Honestly, Raymond, we've all done it, and thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that. You know, because I like to share this stuff with the community. You know, if we find something out about this stuff, you know, I like to pass it on so that you know, hopefully it helps somebody. Um, and that's the whole reason I started this live stream in the first place. Well, actually, my my show, my channel. You know, I started my channel about 7 years ago, and it was the whole reason I started it was just to share my hobby with you guys, and from all my experience, you know, here's what I can share with you. Maybe this will help you out. So, so thank you for sharing that. No embarrassment there, buddy. Listen, we've all done it. I could show you some batteries that that didn't fare too well either. So, you know, it happens. Roland, what's up? Ken, good to see you guys. Oh man, that's hilarious. Oh, and I haven't had a bird strike yet, but the bugs must like orange because my RV8, just about every time I fly it, I have bug strikes all over the canopy. You know, splotches of bugs I've hit. You know, or well, they hit me. um, but yeah, so I don't know why. I don't have that on anything else I fly. Even my jets don't have bug strikes, but it seems like every time I fly the RV8, I have all these bug strikes. It just, you know, smushed guts on the canopy. I don't know why. Oh, excuse me. It's kind of weird. Yeah, Roach has some really cool helicopters. I don't know if you guys have ever gone off to his channel, but do it because go watch some of the birds. You know, the helicopters he flies are beautiful. He's got some really badass helicopters. Um, so yeah, if you like aviation at all, you don't even have to be a helicopter fan. You know, the stuff he flies is all scale, guys. Yeah, you know, so they have lights on them, and you know, and they look real as shit, and they're really cool. So yeah, Rain-X, no shit, JCB. That is, you know, awesome advice. So you know, it'll just make the guts come off easier. So no, thank you, Roach. I mean, honestly, thanks for putting that stuff up because I love watching scale helicopters. You know, these guys with their 3D, you know, crap is, you know, it's okay, but I'd much rather see, you know, a real looking Black Hawk or a Bell 222 or something like that. You know, an Airwolf, you know, that takes off, gears go up, lights are on, flyer. I'd much rather see that than someone that's, you know, doing uh, what do they call that? A ping pong or whatever, you know, inverted, you know, whatever. You know, I watch it sometimes, but it doesn't really impress me. You know, watching a scale helicopter impresses the shit out of me. So, Don, what's up? Welcome, sir. Got a bunch of new people in here tonight. Right. Yeah, it's not just the birds, it's flying them scale. Yeah, I really enjoy that. I think that's, you know, way cooler than than all that aerobatic stuff. You know, I mean, it's okay. I don't hate it, but given the choice, you know, hey, the 3D helis are over there and the scale helis are over there. I'm going over there. I'm going to the scale helis. The 3D stuff they can have. I'd much rather watch the scale stuff. I just love it when guys take the time. And again, this is another reason why Draco is, you know, so wonderful for me, is that they take the time to put all the lights on it and the scale locations, make them blink in the scale way. The doors open. There's an interior in it. You know, all the stuff. You know, if they've got it, you know, if they've gone to the trouble to put all that in it, big thumbs up. You know, that's you know, that's just, that excites me. You know, the 3D stuff, you know, I don't mind watching it. There's only a few guys I really like watching it at it because they're very smooth. They're very they're not that herky-jerky. And I'm not talking about, listen, you can do a ping pong, or what do they call that, a TikTok or whatever. You know, you can do it smoothly and you can do it choppy. And there's a difference. And, you know, when I can see somebody doing it smoothly, there's a guy I want to watch. And we have a guy like that out at our field. He is so fluid. He's so smooth that when he flies, I want to watch. Because he can fly. I mean, oh my God. He makes it look so graceful. Not all bang, bing, bing, bang, bang, butt crap. It's this fluidness of all of the stuff he's doing. You know, it's not that choppy, you know, and it's just, you know, it's wonderful to watch him. You know, he'll go into a giant loop and shut the motor off at the top of the loop and shit, I can't think of the word right now. Auto rotate all the way down, get it into a hover, and then sidestep it right over to the circle where he's standing. It sets it right down at his feet the whole time with the motor off. They've been off since way up there, and he can do that. And he does it so gracefully. You know, he's an awesome pilot. So yeah, I love watching him fly. But there's other guys out there that, whatever. So. Yeah, Paul, I agree with you there. I haven't heard anybody complain about an ROES airplane. I mean, it's nice stuff. You know, the quality, the paint, everything. It's just super nice. You know, if I was just getting into the hobby right now, you know, I could buy all of the ROES airplanes and be very happy with everything I purchased and have lots of airplanes to fly. Did I see Ken's question? No, I don't think I did. Ken, whatever your question was, type it again. It's funny, I can get my mouse, if I get it off the screen where the chat is, I can get it to do something. Yeah, I don't know what's screwed up here. And as long as I keep it moving, I can make it do something. But as soon as it stops moving, it disappears. And I still have the raindrop thingy going on over here. So, obviously it's mouse related, but I don't know why. Let me try this, just for shits and giggles. Let me turn this keyboard off and back on, see if that makes a difference. No, I don't think that helped. No, it didn't. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's definitely the mouse that's causing that, but I don't know what's doing. Ken, it sounds like, have you tried rebinding it? Or, well, first, have you just tried unplugging it, reinitializing it, and see if you get it back? And if not, um, are you flying Spectrum? So did you try rebinding it, Ken? Have you tried to just rebind it? Well, Nathaniel, if it's just beeping, then he's not bound to it, so he can't calibrate it until he's bound to it. So that's um, unless you just have no throttle and everything else is working. Yeah, boy, that's the reason I ask is because I have a couple of planes that keep losing the bind. I don't know why. A couple of Spectrum planes. My my crop duster, the what the hell they call that damn thing? It's got the I don't know, the old Night Flyer that Horizon came out with. That thing loses its bind all the time. I have no idea why. You know, I'll put it away for a few weeks or something, and I get it back out, try to fly it, and and it just sits there, beep, beep, and I have to rebind it. I have no idea why, but that's one of my planes that has to be rebound all the time, and I have another Spectrum plane, and they're the bind and fly plane, and I have another one I have to keep rebinding. I can't remember which one that is at the moment. Yeah, the Air Tractor, but it's got a name. It's a Pawnee Brave. That's what it's called. Yeah, I have the Pawnee Brave from Horizon Hobby. And that particular airplane. And I love the plane. It flies great, but I have to keep rebinding it, and I have to keep recalibrating the throttle. Constantly. The throttle calibration I have to constantly do. And I don't know. It's not like that's normal. It's not. All my other planes don't have this issue. But that one, for some reason. So I'm just guessing that the receiver's got a problem. Since I don't have that problem with everything else, but it happens. So Roaches had one do it once, yeah. So it's kind of a Spectrum thing on some of their stuff. I don't think it's I don't think there's a lot of it out there, but but nonetheless it's out there. I mean it's not uncommon. It's not unheard of, but it's not uncommon either. Or I should say it's not common. It's not unheard of, but it's not common. It happens. So I would try that. Only the throttle. Wow, that's really crazy. Then that's probably an ES. If you recalibrate it, does it fix it? Yeah, George, it's Thursday night. Oh my God, have you been in a coma? No, George, you're good. This was TV talk night anyway. We've been talking mostly about free TV that I found out I had because I bought an LG television. But anyway, and now we got off that, and we are doing some RC talk. So you're here in time for the RC talk. So after you recalibrate, is it working okay? Yeah, I'm still on from Thursday. So George, do you have an LG television? A new one? You know, ultra smart, 4K, all the bells and whistles. Wow. You know, Ken, I really don't know. If you've got an extra ESC around, I would try that. Just pop that one out, pop another one in, and try it, and see if the problem continues. And if it does, then I would say that it's got to be the receiver. You know, are you running 2 satellite receivers in your RV8? Okay, you're running 2 satellites, right? That's good, pickle. Special K, and I'm a special duh. The AR8010 with 2 satellites. So you're running a receiver, a Spectrum receiver, and the 2 satellites? Okay, so you don't need a receiver on that plane. You can plug the 2 satellites directly into the Aura. You don't need a receiver. You just plug the 2 satellites directly into the Aura, and you're good to go. The Aura will take over control, and once you know, load the program in it that you're flying Spectrum. It knows to look for Spectrum signal, and that's what the 2 satellites are providing. So it knows to look for it, and it deciphers the code and everything, and flies the plane. So you can take the receiver out. You don't need it. It's not necessary. That's only with Spectrum. If you're flying another brand, like I am, I'm flying the Free Sky in mine now. I had Spectrum in it, but I took it out and put the. So now I had to tell it that I'm flying Free Sky, and I had to use a Free Sky receiver, but I still only had to put the 1 wire. You know, it's using the PPM or the S bus. So you only had to put the 1 wire, but I did have to put the receiver in the plane. But with Spectrum, you only have to put the satellites in. You don't need the receiver. So the guy that set my plane up actually works at Flex, and he set my when you buy through this guy, he flies at our field. He buys the plane for you. You just pay him, and he buys the plane, so you don't have to pay the shipping. I don't think you pay the sales tax either, if I remember right. So I just paid what the plane costs. No shipping, no sales tax. He puts the plane together for you, brings it to the field, sets it all up for you, and he'll even test fly it for you if you want him to. And no charge. So super great deal for us. So he set mine up. He put 2 satellites in it. He told me you have to run 2 satellites. Don't run one on the Aura. You got to have 2. If you don't have 2, he said you're going to have problems. And I'm like, oh, really? Well, I don't know why. If he put a receiver in there, I don't know why he did. Because, you know, the Aura knows what to do. It does. You don't need it. You put 2 satellites directly. They plug directly. If you look at the book, as a matter of fact, I think I have my book right here. Hang on a minute. Yeah, here. Do you have your book, Ken? Or did you not get the book because you bought? It sounds like you might have bought it used. So maybe you don't have the book. Okay, I'll actually bring this over there. Now, it's going to take me a second to get that aligned with the camera, so because my feed has a delay. Just at my end, because mine keeps like holding back. So you might be able to see it, but I can't see it yet. But here I come now. So give me a couple more seconds here, so I can move this around. But there's where you plug the 2 satellites into the Aura, and they plug directly in. There's no receiver involved. They do show a version using the receiver, but you don't need that. Now, if you're running the Aura like this, you can just plug the satellites directly into the Aura. Yeah, okay, I've got it in the right place. So just set it up like that, and you'll be good. You know, you don't need the receiver. Now, if you're running like Futaba or something like that, and the receiver you have, they show it here, but they're only showing 1 antenna, and this guy, when he set mine up, told me don't ever run the Aura with a single satellite. He said you got to use 2. He said if you don't use 2, you're gonna have a problem. On Spectrum. Now, if you're running Futaba or something else, no problems. But if you're running Spectrum, then he said you got to run 2 antennas. So I guess you are here, you know, with the AR810 or whatever it is. Because there's an antenna on the receiver and then the satellite, but the satellite's being plugged into the receiver, not the Aura. So, you know, and I don't know, maybe it's a, you know, listen, I am not a Spectrum expert. I'll admit that. But that's what he told me. And then it crashed anyway. So what can I tell you? I got shot down anyway, and that's why I told you guys, you know, that special that was on that I ran into, found on the internet, where Merkel's talking to Dave Marshall, and they're talking about the radio Spectrum. You know, most of the show was all about the technology and what Verizon's learned over the years and all of that, and it was a really informative show, and. and he told me, Merkel said how to confirm whether you've been shot down or not. Okay, so wait a minute. I haven't never understood why Spectrum sometimes lose bind. Yeah, I don't know either, George. Again, Spectrum. But I've run into that. Um, so you're only losing throttle. Yeah, see, I don't know. That sounds weird. Yeah, no, I don't think it's a bind issue. If you've got the control surfaces, then it's not a bind issue that I can think of. Um, Yeah, so in that video I put the link to, and if you want to watch it, go back to my Thursday show and go to the information, and there's a link there to the Horizon video. And if you want to learn all about Spectrum, guys, go watch that video. It's very interesting. But Merkel said that if you're flying your plane along, and all of a sudden the throttle goes to zero and it starts to go into a bank, you lost connection. You've lost the airplane, because that's the fail safe. And that's exactly what my quadcopter did over at the Mulberry Field, and my RV8. Both did the same thing. The throttle went to zero, and the plane went into a bank. On the quad, it went into a flat spin, because that was a yaw command. So it yawed it into a flat spin, and the throttle went to zero, and it fell on the ground. And the RV8 went into a left turn. The throttle went to zero, went into a left turn, and it just flew into the ground. I had no control of it. And Merkel said that's it. He says, when I have to deal with somebody that's crashed and he's blaming Spectrum, if he tells me that happened, then I know he got shot down. But if he's giving me any other kind of issue, then I know it wasn't he didn't lose control of the Spectrum. It's something else went wrong. So, like I said, go watch the video, guys. Very interesting. A lot of good, Spectrum information in that talk that him and Air Marshal are having. So, if you're flying Spectrum, even if you're not having problems, I guarantee you'll learn something you didn't know about Spectrum if you watch that show. And hey, knowledge is power, guys. So anything you know that could ever help you down the road. Hey, it's only going to cost you a little bit of time to watch it, and I highly recommend you guys watch it. It was a very good video. You can just do a search on YouTube for Spectrum. Go to Horizon. Well, just type in Horizon, Spectrum, Air Marshal, and you should find it. If you put those three keywords in, you should find it. But if you can't, you can just go to my link from Thursday's show and grab it there. So at the field I'm at now, I've never had a Spectrum problem. The field I fly at every week. The field I used to fly at, it's having all kinds of Spectrum problems. That's when I got away from Spectrum. And when I say I got away from Spectrum, I stopped buying, lemons or orange receivers to put in planes. I bought a new protocol, Free Sky, and I put Free Sky receivers in planes. If I'm buying a plane from Horizon, it's a bind and fly, I'm still flying Spectrum on those. But I am going to start weeding those out too. But at the field I fly at regularly, I don't have any Spectrum issues. Now everybody else, well, not everybody else, but there's other people that do have spectrum problems. You know, I was flying a guy's plane for him yesterday, and we lost it. You know, I lost control of it, and it was spiraling into the ground, and I got nothing. But I didn't give up, and I had the transmitter in my head, and I was doing everything I could to correct it. And at the last second, I got it back. The throttle went up, and I was able to pull out of the dive right off the ground and save the airplane. But yeah, for about 2.5, 3 seconds, I lost it. Didn't have it, and it was just headed for the ground. And same thing, it was in a turn, and the throttle was at 0, and I had nothing. And then I got it back and saved it. Thank God I kept, you know, I stayed with it. I didn't give up. And that's good advice, guys. Don't ever give up, man. Fly it to the crash. You know, just stay on those sticks. You know, try to save it. You know, just do whatever you can until it actually touches the ground. Until then, you've got a chance. And so I saved the plane. And it was a Wildcat, but it had a brand new receiver in it. One of those brand new ones. And he hadn't flown it yet. He just got it, and he wanted me to fly it. He got it from somebody. And so I was flying it, and it was flying fine, and then all of a sudden, I didn't have it. And it was happened to be in a spot where I've seen other guys lose spectrum. I've never lost spectrum in that spot, but there's other guys that have. Now, the first day I flew out that field, same thing. They warned me. Well, you know, if you're flying spectrum, stay away from there and stay away from over there. And I'm like, okay, you know. But yeah, so I totally get when you guys say you never had a problem with spectrum. You know, like I said, if the field I fly at regularly was the only place I ever flew, I would be just like you and say, well, I've never had a problem with spectrum because I've never had a problem there with spectrum. But other places I've had a problem. Yeah, Matt. Well, a lot of people don't think that way, but yeah, you're right. If you give up, then you consider it pilot error because you should never give up. Even if your butt's in the seat, you fly it to the crash, guys. You keep flying that airplane until you hit the ground. They tell you to fly it through the crash, you know. So you stay on the sticks even past the impact. You know, you keep flying it until you climb out of it. I need still, yeah. You know, Tug, that would get my antenna higher, wouldn't it? You know, my radio antenna would be higher in the air. That's not a bad. I need a pilot stand to go up up on, yeah. That was good. Yeah, Steve doesn't. You know, Steve's already, you know, once the plane, he doesn't have control of it, he just takes his hands off the controls, shakes his head, and starts walking back to the car. And the plane's still flying, well, crashing, but it hasn't hit the ground yet, so. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting ground interference, exactly, because I'm too close to the ground. That's funny. Yeah, Rando, you flew it all the way into that tree, right all the way in. Not halfway in. You don't do anything halfway, man. It's all the way into that tree. Nothing half-assed for Rando. It's all or nothing. All right, guys, I'm going to call this. Let's get out of here so we get ready for Bobby, because Bobby K's coming on, and I know he's going to have some exciting stuff for us. You know, I'm certain of that. You know, this whole Bitco thing is ramping up. Super excited. So So let's all get ready for Bobby K. And thanks for coming in, guys. Like I said, I really just wanted to talk about TV stuff, and but I figured I'd touch on this a little bit while I had it, sitting here, and then we got into some airplane talk anyway, and that's perfectly fine. But I just was excited about the TV thing and wanted to share that with you. So, all right, guys, we're out of here. And we'll see you guys in about 8 minutes over there at Bobby K's show, because I'll definitely be in it. So, catch you guys later, man. Have fun. I don't know if I can end the stream. I can't get the mouse on it. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Maybe this will work.